Good morning, Facebook family. We are coming to you today live from 50 Dudley Street in cold Cambridge, Massachusetts. We are Center for Spiritual Living, Greater Boston. My name is Reverend Ed Tansey, and I, along with Rev. G. Stewart, are privileged to be the co-founders and spiritual leaders of this wonderful family here in Cambridge. And at this center, we learn and practice the science of mind philosophy, which is the study of life and the nature of the laws of thought. I invite you to go to our website, cslboston.org, to find out more about our spiritual family here, this magnificent philosophy called the science of mind, and see how our community can serve you. And if you are spiritually fed by our message, you can include us in your prosperity circulation or tithing practice with your tax-deductible contributions that you can make right online. So the 2019 Center for Spiritual Living theme is, thank you, spirituality and action. And March's theme is be thankful in facts and motives. And today my talk is titled Integrity. Integrity. Okay. So the definition of integrity is the state of being whole and undivided. The state of being whole and undivided. So integrity involves the qualities of being honest and having strong moral principles or moral uprightness. Now the word integrity comes from the Latin integer, meaning whole or complete. And in this context, integrity is the inner sense of wholeness. The inner sense of wholeness deriving from qualities that I'm going to mention later in my talk. You know, there is a concept of consistent action, of values, of methods and principles and measures, really that go hand in hand with integrity. Doing the right thing in a reliable way, And doing the right thing in a reliable way really is such a welcomed personality trait that is so appreciated when it's expressed. You know, when a person is acting and showing up, being in integrity, when they do this, they have a moral compass that usually they don't waver from. They do not waver from. They're consistent. So integrity means following your moral or ethical convictions and doing the right thing in all circumstances, even when no one is watching. Having integrity means that you are true to yourself, and would do nothing that demeans or dishonors you. Nothing. When you live with integrity, you live your best life. You live your best life. You respect yourself by living in a manner which is consistent with your values, your purpose, and your goals. Now, here is a quote from Katrina Mayer. She states, integrity is making sure that the things you say and the things you do are in alignment. Now, as Don Miguel Ruiz has stated in one of his 4 agreements, be impeccable. Be impeccable with your words. Means what you say and what you do. That's what that means. And it's important to carry it through in your actions. Carry it through in your actions and how you're showing up in the world. That's important because that has so much to do with being in integrity. So the science of mind, the philosophy, really aligns itself completely with the definition from the dictionary. The state of being whole and undivided. So here are some of the components that I have found of integrity. Honesty, compassion, respect, generating trust, responsibility, keeping promises, consistency, and helping others. I'm going to go through that again. Honesty, compassion, respect, generating trust, responsibility, keeping promises, consistency, and helping others. So in relation to the science of mind and alignment with the definition, there's going to be two levels that I would like to discuss with you this morning. The universal level and the individual level. The universal and the individual level. All right. All are undivided people. All are one. All are one with each other. All are one with the divine. All are one with all of nature. All are one with the universe. And there is a unity. There is that unity and that interconnectedness that I mention so often in so many of the talks and classes, because I know realizing our oneness and our interconnectedness, that is the key. That is the key to experiencing heaven on earth. How would you like to experience heaven on earth? How many of you would? I know I would, and I know I do. Remember, each one of us, we are made of the same God stuff. Every one of God's creations, everyone is made of the same. Even the creations that push our buttons, they're made of one and the same. And we know as religious scientists that God, the divine, whatever you want to call it, is equally present in all of its creations. It's equally present, and that never, ever, ever changes, no matter what. Equally present everywhere, in everything, and in everyone. All are one. And that's a very important fact, a very important consciousness to live from, that God is equally present in, through, and as all of its creations. And that, remember, each individual, each one of us, we are unique, precious, individualized expressions of the divine, every one of us. So since the nature of God is love, compassion, kindness, generosity, abundancy, etc., etc., and we are one with the divine, made in its image and likeness, each expression is part of that all that I just mentioned. And all of this has to do with integrity. It really does. How we see that, how one demonstrates integrity, is through the practices, those practices. It is demonstrated in the way one shows up. I so believe that individual, personal growth comes when one lives in integrity. It's when one realizes about themselves, there it is, realizes about themselves who they really are, what they're really about, and who they came here to be. Who they came here to be. I'm going to invite you all to ponder this. Be your authentic self. Be your authentic self. Realize all the good that you are. Realize that good. Realize that your uniqueness is a most precious gift to yourself and all of humanity. please be in integrity with yourself. This is such a key factor. It really is for your own personal growth. And when one can come from that authenticity, being honest and true and real with themselves, I know you will automatically generate an energy, each and every one of you, that is uplifting, that is loving, that is compassionate and respectful to not only yourselves, but to all of the universe, to all of the universe. And I quote this from Viktor Frankl, who was an Auschwitz survivor, and he states, between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. The most important thing, I believe, to begin with is how we are responding to who we are. How do we respond to who we are? And when we do that, when we can, as I say, stand naked in front of the world, and please don't take me literally on that, please do not do that. That is when our light reaches the height of its power. It reaches the height of its power, the height of its vibrance, the height of its radiance. And when this radiates from each individual in this world, imagine the rising and uplifting energy for the world, what it does for the world. And I say, wow, what a positive vision this brings to mind when I think about that. You know, it's important also to keep in mind that in the space here between stimulus and response, as he mentioned, as Viktor Frankl mentioned, that each of us are infused with volition. We have the power of choice. Each of us have the power of choice. Now, with that power of choice, we can use it in a positive way, or we can use it in a negative way. We can use it to, unfortunately, opt out of integrity and make choices that don't serve our own best interests or that of others around us or who are touched by us. Or the flip side of that is we could do just the opposite. We can stay in integrity and make the choices that do serve our best interests as well as the interests of others. There is nothing inappropriate when you are serving your needs. When you are taking care of yourself, please remember that. Because if you're coming from your compassion, if you're coming from your kindness, there would be nothing in your actions that would hurt anyone else. Because your intentions are coming from the core of your being. Your intentions are coming from who you are, coming from your nature, coming from your heart. So it can only be uplifting and loving for all to experience. I invite everyone to please be in integrity with yourself first. So coming from that, being in integrity with yourself, I know each person will be in integrity with the world, with the cosmos. And your energy will be amazingly positive to all of humanity. So I'm going to share this quote from Proverbs 11, verse 3. The integrity of the upright guides them, but the unfaithful are destroyed by their duplicity. So here's my interpretation of that proverb. Here's how I look at it. Our being in integrity with ourselves guides us and lifts us. And when we're not faithful to who we are and show up not being truthful to who we are, and we copy someone else, duplicating or mimicking something that we're not, that's when we destroy our true inner light. We cover it up. I mean, we never destroy it, it's always there, but we cover it up. That's a better way of putting it. The inner light of our precious being. The inner light of your precious being. It's so important. Don't ever hide that. As long as you're coming from that authentic place of being who you really are. And you know, this verse stood out to me so strongly that I really had to share it with you this morning. I think we went ahead. So as you know, people, as you know, where does it all begin? Where does it begin? Thank you, Vicky. Ourselves. It begins with ourselves. Each one's individual journey. Each one's individual journey. And so before I take you through a guided meditation that I set up for you this morning, here's another quote I invite you to ponder. It's from Titus, chapter 2, verse 7. Show yourself in all respects to be a model of good works, and in your teaching, show integrity, dignity. Show integrity and dignity. So, as one comes from their authentic self, being in integrity with their true nature, this is when the power and freedom is gained. That's where you gain it. That's where you gain it. Breathe that in, please. Please breathe that in. That's important. So, what I'm going to do right now, and for the people at home, if you can get a little mirror, and if you can't, don't worry about it. Here's what I'd like you to do. I'm going to take you through this meditation with my desire that this experience opens your consciousness to all the support that is yours, and the importance of you, each and every individual, shining your precious light and self with the universe. That's my hope for this, or my intention for this. So, here's what I'd like you to do. If you feel comfortable, I'd like you to close your eyes and go within. Breathing in all the love of the divine, and exhaling all the magnificence of yourself. Relax, quiet your mind so that you can be present with an open heart, open ears, and an open mind. I ask you to inhale, exhale. Do that a few times. Just go with it. Please take these words in as I begin. The light of heaven shines through me and illumines my path. The light eternal is my guide and my protection. In that light, there is no darkness at all. It is a perfect light, shining from the altar of a perfect love. O light and love within me, thou art welcome. Light shines through me and illumines the way. Light shines through me and illumines the way. I'd like you to now open your eyes slowly. And each of you in this sanctuary, I'd like you to look at someone in the room and say 3 times to each other together, I am the light. Please do that. And at home, if you have a mirror, look at yourself in the mirror. If not, just say it out loud. I am the light. I am the light. One more time. I am the light. Please close your eyes again. And go within. Take a few deep breaths. Breathe gently into that hot space. Take these words in, please. The pathway of life shines before me onto the perfect day. I walk the path of the soul to the gate of good. I enter into the fulfillment of my desires. Nothing need be added to, and nothing can be taken from the all good which is forever expressing itself in me. Daily shall I receive its great blessings, and my soul shall rejoice forevermore. I am now entered into my good. I am now entered into my good. Again, gently open your eyes. Look at someone in the room and say to each other 3 times, I am on the shining path to my good. Let's do that. I am on the shining path to my good. I am on the shining path to my good. And one more time. I am on the shining path to my good. So again, close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths. Just breathe in. There is a secret way of the soul which all may know. It is the way of peace and love. This secret way leads into places of joy and into the house of good. It is the way of the Spirit, and all may enter who will. I tread the secret way of good, the path of peace, and I enter into the secret place of the Most High. The secret place of the Most High is within me. The secret place of the Most High is within me. Let's open our eyes again. And slowly and gently open them. And say as we did this, I am the way. Say it 3 times. I am the way. I am the way. One more. I am the way. Open your eyes. Very good. Close them one more time. The last time, close your eyes and take a few more deep breaths in for the last time during this. Take these words in. The power within me is blessing all mankind and is forever healing all with whom I come in contact. The power within me is God, and it must bless and help and heal all who come near it. Silently, the work goes on, and silently, all are being helped by this inner power, which is operating through me. I will give thanks that my power within is silently blessing and helping everyone to whom my thought reaches. The life within me blesses all mankind. The life within me blesses all mankind. Again, open your eyes. Look at someone, and 3 times we'll say the following. I like if you want to put your hand on your heart to do so. I think that's great. I just saw someone in the sanctuary do it, and it just moved me. Thank you, Darlene. Okay, so if you would repeat this to each other. I am the blessing to the world. I am a blessing to the world. I am a blessing to the world. Once more. I am a blessing to the world. Do you feel you are in integrity with yourself, people? Do you?
Yes.
This is what this is all about. Namaste.
You may close your eyes if you like, those at home and those friends on Facebook. The purpose of this treatment is for me to know that each one here today and on Facebook Live, to know their oneness with God in all areas of life, that their motives, words, and actions are in harmony and wholeness and integrity with the divine. Coming to this moment where there is only one life, one vibration, one essence, this life force, this divine energy is all that is. This glorious infinite field of light goes by many names. It does not matter what it is called. What is important is knowing that it exists, it is real, and it is the life in everything existing, seen and unseen. God is present, and God is all-powerful, and God is in all its divine creations. This invisible quantum field is real, and in it is that which was, is, and will ever be. This is the truth, because it knows no space, it knows no time. It just is. In the perfect infinite moment of now, God is divine harmony, divine wholeness, and all that exists is in the ever-presence now in this great divine matrix of love. This interweaving of all that is the harmonious nature of the wholeness of God. God knows nothing but integrity with itself and all its creations. As God is, I am. I am an individualized creative expression of the divine. My life force is God's life force. I move and breathe and have my being in God. All the cells and systems in my body are infused and pulsating with all the powerful energy of the divine. I am in complete harmony with this divine matrix that is God. I know that all are one, and that each individual present here today and on Facebook also have their beingness in divinity. Each individual present is fully, completely, and perfectly one with God. The life force breathing each person here today is divinity itself, in all of its glorious individualized expressions. Today I claim that for each person present, spiritual integrity is at the center of their being. Each individual, because of their oneness with the source of life, dwells in harmony in their motives, words, and actions. This is so because I realize each one here is in alignment with the sacred that is within. Today, right here and right now, I accept that each individual present honors their sacred self. That is the indwelling God. I declare that this alignment with God expresses itself as motives, thoughts, words, and actions that are in harmony with this one life. The perfect action of this one life expresses itself as harmony, congruence, and perfect alignment in each one present today. This is being in spiritual integrity, and I claim this truth for each one. Nothing can hinder or destroy this integrity because it is God expressing itself fully, perfectly, and harmoniously in and as each person present, right here and right now. And I know that spirit, by its very nature, is obligated to maintain this integrity in all of its creations. There is only one presence, and that presence is God. And today, right here and right now, and I declare this truth for each one here. I express joyful gratitude for this demonstration of spiritual integrity for each one present. I give thanksgiving for the truth that there is only wholeness and oneness. I lovingly release my powerful word into the law of life, the law of cause and effect, knowing that as I speak my word, it is done, it is complete, it is perfect, and it is final. And I end this treatment by saying, Amen, blessed be, and together we say, and so it is.
And our affirmation, we can say it together. There we go, affirmation. This is by Reverend Trish Hall from CSL Metro. Let's say it together if you would. I am an expression of the divine made entirely of God's stuff. I am one with it, inseparable from it. Let's do that once more. I am an expression of the divine made entirely of God's stuff. I am one with it, inseparable from it, and so it is. Yes. Okay, so now is the time. See you next week, Facebook family.